Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about the Threezero Macross, or Robotech for those that know it, the VF1J. This is the Rick Hunter / Hikaru version. So yeah, let's get to it. This wonderful piece is kind of crazy because it's a culmination of a lot of things that came before it with the Bandai DX Gerwalk stuff. And then here we're talking about the Rick Hunter one, which, you know, is that Harmony Gold, Big West. It is that collaboration between them and Threezero that allow us to get other people making it and brought over to the US. So it's pretty cool to finally see this bad boy in action. As I'm trying to bring it as close as possible while talking about it, there are die-cast parts. There is a lot of engineering into that back piece that I want to get to talk about. So this is probably going to be one of my more extensive videos, while at the same time still trying to talk about everything, because we also have 3 modes to go over. So I'm trying not to do too much while at the same time showing you the best of it. And it's pretty crazy because this thing actually does look phenomenal and has genuine weight to it for a lighter, technically smaller figure. So this is not a 1/100 high metal R. This is Threezero, and I'm pretty sure it's probably 1/72nd scale or close to that. But unfortunately, because I am prepping to go away, by the time this video comes out, I probably will already be away for San Diego Comic-Con. I do not have my other Macross stuff with me. So I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to compare those. I just will not. But yeah, this bad boy is pretty nice. So I'm going to talk about this midsection here and articulation here. As you can see, we can lift up our arms. There's actually a joint here, right? As you can see here. So we can hit a T-pose with our Valkyrie. There's going to be a lot of transforming. So there's a bicep swivel here. We are double jointed, right? We have a ball joint here. We do have something that replicates a butterfly joint, as you can see here. So that's gonna look pretty cool in all those action photos that we do, right? That's their new toy, sorry guys. The wings do spread out in the back. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because, speaking of which, right, the joint system for this locks into place via here, and it keeps a strong balance. As you can see here, sometimes the weight does become a little bit more for it, so it pops out a little bit, but nothing that it can't handle so far. So I'm gonna put those back in. One of the other coolest things that I saw is that it actually has a push down feature, so it's covering its tabs. So it's very accurate and very nice. Die-cast piece do feel really nice, and it's pretty hefty, but for its Battroid mode or fighter mode, depending on how it's reversed around for you where you are in the world, we have basically a lot of articulation and a lot of movement. It has a beautiful shelf presence that's really, really nice. Like, it's one of those things I'm really enjoying here. And like I said, you can fix them up to, if you just want them in this mode, it looks absolutely phenomenal. We do have a beautiful double joints here as well for the knees. And just like everybody else, it rotates up here to mimic all of that. But it can also rotate here at the kneecap. So that's really, really nice. We also have a beautiful tuck-in of what would replicate the ankle pivot. And these can rotate forwards and backwards. So there is a lot of beautiful movement to add up to the said articulation. And as you can see, those joints are pretty tight. But if you wanted to get see, look, I'm messing up my dio. So if you wanted to get a few action poses or a few leaned over shots, things like that, you can have it. Oh, I didn't even notice this, but these actually move as well. They're not stiff or in place. They give a nice little bit of movement. So that's actually pretty nice if you wanted to phone it forward. So yeah. So as far as this form, I'm really, really liking it. So we're gonna get into transforming it into the other modes so we can get down and talk about it. But oh, wait, didn't even notice this either. It actually rotates outward as well to replicate a sort of thigh swivel. Wow, so there's a lot to go over, and I just don't want you guys missing out. So yeah, let's get into transforming it. I'll see you guys in a sec. So I have a small dilemma because I can follow the instructions and try to transform it on camera. And I'm trying to really decide if I want to do that. And honestly, I don't like transforming things on camera. But I will show you that the instructions make this very simple. It's almost literally to a T that every other one has been done with a few slight changes due to them using a mechanism tool like here. So I'm going to be transparent, not transform this on camera because I'm just not comfortable with that. But if I do have any issues, I will speak out on it. But yeah. What we are going to do is I'm going to transform it off camera, show you Gerwalk mode. Let's get to it. So a couple of things here. One is that even though this is fully transformable, you will have to go through removing a few pieces. And even though it was a simple enough transformation, it was one of those things where once you do it the first time, you pretty much will get it. But it is a little difficult at first, because at first you're trying to understand like what's going on. And one of those things being is that they geniusly put a leg drop down into a secret button. Literally right here, you will press a button. As you can see, I'm pinching it in to do a secret drop down leg technique. And I thought that was actually pretty genius to do that. But here we are in Gerwalk mode, and I gotta say, this really does look phenomenal. It's one of those things where I thought I would be like frustrated with it or things. Nope. It took a little getting used to, and then I was able to do it. So this looks utterly fantastic in mode. And personally, I'm also like, should I even put it in fighter mode after this? But I'm like, no, you probably want to see that. And that'll be the last one I go over before we talk about the accessories. Unfortunately, there won't be a size comparison, because again, I don't have any of my Chogokin stuff here with me. It's in storage, and I just don't have time to go get it. But yeah, this is and does look quite beautiful in its form. Like I said, it still handles all the articulation all the same and holds form pretty well. It even holds up really well. Even if I push these in, like, look at that. It really does scream like Macross or Robotech, depending on where you are in the world. So let's get to talking about fighter mode, and I'll see you guys. So last but not least, we have fighter mode, which I left out the landing gear for us to see. And what's crazy about this is I actually really, really enjoy how this came out. This looks utterly beautiful, has a beautiful amount of weight. There was one thing I couldn't figure out, and that was how to push the legs forward in so we can get that vernier thruster like back out so it doesn't poke out. I'm slowly figuring that out. Instructions were not clear about that one, but yeah. You use your tool here, I had it on the side, and this will take out your landing gear. Landing gear looks sturdy and feels good. Actually has the landing latch to it, so I thought that was pretty cool. These actually turn inward and outward. I actually like that a lot. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do, but man, I love Macross, and this feels really good. I'm hoping that I can get more of these, especially with like Skull Squadron. That would be beautiful. But these have hefty weight. They transform nicely, have a lot of die cast, and feel good. And just, it's not a difficult transformation, which I think a lot of people are worried about, especially myself. So it's not even a difficult transformation. We still have our parting slot here for where you're going to put your UN Spacey gun. Now I think is a perfect time to talk to you about our sponsor. Psych, I don't have any sponsors. But I thought that was a funny joke, because a lot of people are getting sponsors, and I love that for them. Please, I'm so happy everybody's getting their thing. But I thought I'd just play a little fun game. But as you see, we have the UN Spacey, which is funny. I think it's printed upside down on mine. Or did they do it properly so that it fits here? Well, what's cool is you can actually take this out so you can fit it in. But what's cool is I think they fitted it upside down, so that way it actually looks really good when it sits underneath. Can we just, nope. So we have to do it this way where it sits in. But I thought that was pretty cool. Let me actually see if I can fit it in there now. Kind of get it to slide in. There we go. So yeah, I think that's partly how it's supposed to be. So it looks really good. Sits underneath. Oop, nope, I think I made it sit under a little too low. Or, there we go. So yeah. There we go. That's how it's supposed to sit. And what's really cool is I was actually able to take this out, so you don't have to use it that way if you don't want to. You will get the anti-air missiles that you can put right underneath the wing. You'll get 4 of these. Ooh, this tab is tight. Sorry about that. The tabbing is really tight, so I gotta loosen that up a bit. Let me see if I can just get one of these bad boys on. Nope, can't get it on without hurting myself. You will also get a small antenna to put on the backpack. That goes back here. You saw your previous anti-air missiles here. You will get sets of hands. So here we are with our rifle holding hands. Oh, my focus is not focusing. There we go. Phone, do your thing. So here we are with our anti-air missiles. Oh, sorry. I said anti-air missile hands. Wow, I'm tripping. Here we are with our rifle holding hand missiles to be held as a 2-handed rifle. We have our saludos hands, right? Our salute hands. Then we have the cool open action hands that everyone knows and loves. And what's really cool about transforming this guy is that actually, what was really cool about it is that the normal fist hands fit right in. So that was actually really, really good. Normal fist hands just fit in, had no issues whatsoever. You will also get a dedicated base. So even if you didn't want to fit the base going this way, you can actually fit it going that way as well. Then you will get 2 latch types, one for fighter and one for Battroid or Guardian mode. See, I'm getting my English and my Japanese mixed up. One for Gerwalk and one for fighter mode. So yeah. But I think in America it's Battroid, Guardian, and fighter. So yeah, I know it gets reversed around a bit depending on where you are. But yeah, man, this is obviously a lovely piece. And it's one of those things where I really thought that it was gonna be just another one. But no, this one is actually quite refreshing, especially with these nice clear parts here on the wing. And just overall the line work looks and feels really detailed, really nice. Then open in our cockpit, which does open up, and I'm just having a difficult time with everything. But yeah, you can actually open up your cockpit and remove the little Rick, for those of you that may have that question. Your little Hikaru. All right, we can pop him back in. And what's cool is the nose is actually adjustable too, which does help when you get into fighter mode, well, the humanoid fighter mode, and you want to have that little bit of articulation that makes it look that way. So yeah, excellent tool, and I'm just having a good time with it. It brings back those old Macross memories of watching it with my grandma, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Sorry for no size comparison. I just don't have it here with me, but I do want to say thank you so much for tuning in through this video, having a spectacular time, and as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, stay cool in this really hot weather, and as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.